Hi everyone, welcome back to Ben's channel. It has been a while and it's nice to see all the beautiful people out there and millions of people watching my channel. Yeah, nice to see you all. So I last time I made a promise that we were supposed to continue with energy vampires, especially energy vampires in a relationship. And yeah, it's dealing with a partner who drains your energy can be emotionally, mentally exhausting, especially in their if their behavior seems to leave you feeling depleted or overwhelmed on a regular basis. An energy vampire is often someone who requires more emotional or mental support than they give, which can lead to an imbalance or unhealthy dynamic in relationship. Yeah, here are some strategies to help handle this type of situation. First, you have to recognize the signs of an energy vampirism. It's important to identify the behaviors that are draining you. Common signs of an energy vampire include consistent negativity or complaining. They often focus on what's wrong, what isn't working, or what's unfair without showing much interest in solutions. Yeah, you're quick to point out what all the problems that you're doing. They never see their own problems. Um, and if you highlight their problem, you become the problem again. So excessive emotional demands. They may require a lot of emotional labor from you, but but are rarely supportive when you need it. Victim mentality. Yeah, they often view themselves as the victim in most situations, expecting you to take care of their emotional needs. Um, Everything is an attack on them. There's nothing you can discuss that isn't an attack on them. If you're watching a movie and you make a comment about the actor, it's an attack on them. That's basically everything. Is basically you're walking on fine lines. You have to cross all the I, dot all the T's, and even when you do that, it's still a problem. Manipulations or guilt tripping. They may use guilt or emotional manipulation to get what they want or keep you in a place of respectability for their emotions. Yep. If you're in the situation, be strong. Pray on. Yeah. Number two, set boundaries. This can be hard because again you're dealing with emotional vampire and they will always find everything as a victim would on themselves, but you have tried to have a clear firm boundaries are crucial when dealing with an energy vampire. You need to prioritize your emotional well-being, make sure you don't overextend yourselves. Some boundary sets in strategies may include limiting your availability to this person if they constantly demand attention or emotional support. Set limits on when and how much you can give. For example, I need to focus on my own work right now, but I'm happy to talk about this later this evening. Yes, prioritize yourself first. It's being most times you will find people who are dealing with energy vampires or empaths. Empaths normally fall victim to these persons, and empaths normally give more of themselves than they expect from other people, and give so much that they don't have even time for their own self. So be aware. You need to protect your emotional space. Don't let their negativity or drama overwhelm you. Be honest but kind in telling them you can't on their emotional burdens all the time. You can't be there for them all the time, so to speak. Clarify what you will and won't tolerate. For example, if they continually play the victim, say something like, I'm here for you, but I can't help you if you're, you know, not willing to take responsibilities for your action, so to speak. Um, you know, um, like there's so many issues that can arise, that can happen. So we have to learn what are the examples, what are the strategies we have to build. We have to be creative for ourselves, and so on. Communicate honestly and compassionately, and that it's okay to still show compassion, because that's most of us are empaths, and compassion, that's our strong space. That is where we get our energy from, when we're compassionate. And being so, we are compassionate for ourselves. In return, we feel like we're being compassionate to ourselves as well. So open communication is essential. You may need to talk about how their behavior is affecting you, but do so in a way that is respectful and not confrontational. Yeah, energy vampires love confrontation, and you're just basically fueled fire. And if you're empath, you're not good at argument. I know I'm an empath. I'm not good at argument, and being in an argument drains me more than anything else. Yeah, so here are some tips on how not to use statements. Use the I statement. For example, I feel emotionally drained when we constantly focus on the negativities and don't find solutions. Rather than accusing them, you're always complaining and you drain my energy. Just tell them So this is how I feel. They might not take Someone who's always negative might not care about the I word, so to speak. But in this case, you don't give them another bullet to shoot at you, so to speak. Yeah. Express your needs clearly. Let them know that you need what you need from the relationship, even though sometimes it doesn't matter, because most of these persons are narcissistic. That is another double jeopardy, which I will talk about in the future. Yeah, whether that's more positive or mutual support and more time for self-care. So yeah. But try to find all the positivities for yourselves as an empath. Try to find the support for yourself as an empath. And most time you have to find this outside of the relationship. Yeah. Yeah. Encourage self-responsibility. Energy vampires often rely on others to fix their problems or provide them with constant emotional reassurance. Encourage your partners to take more responsibility for their own emotions. Support their personal growth. Encourage them to seek outside help if they need it, which most cases they will not admit it. Whether through therapy, mindfulness practices, or other ways to develop emotional resilience. Support their personal growth. Yeah, so that's good. Help them to build emotional independence. Encourage activities or habits that foster sufficiency, like journaling, exercise, or spend time with friends, so to speak, outside of the relationship. As an empath, most time we need that break. We need that alone time to get our zen on. As an empath, you have to practice self-care. Make sure to prioritize your own mental and emotional health. When you're in a relationship with someone who drains your energy, self-care is essential, so to speak. Recharge your batteries. Make time for activities that rejuvenates you as an individual. Whether that's hobbies, exercises, socializing with friends, or simply taking time alone to relax. Find emotional outlets. If your partner is not providing the emotional support you need, make sure you have other outlets such as close friends, family members, or therapists to talk to, and try to find a good therapist, because try to find one who takes your job seriously. so to speak, and a well qualified one if we're going to do this, because you need someone who's willing to help you. Um, yeah, so and another thing, if necessary, sometimes we need to reassess the relationship. Yeah, if this person's narcissistic, it will be hard, but yeah, if you try setting boundaries and communicating, but the dynamic remains unchanged or continues to worsen, it might be time to consider whether the relationship is sustainably sustainable a long term one, or should it just be a short term relationship? Is it worth it, so to speak? Ask yourself, am I sacrificing my own happiness and well being for this relationship? Is there a willingness for my partner to change or seek help? Do I feel respected, valued, and supported in this relationship? If the answer is no and the relationship continues to be draining, it may be worth rethinking your commitment to it, or at least consider professional help, counseling, either individually or as a couple, to help break the pattern. Um, and if this person doesn't want to do therapy, get it for yourself, because um, long term, this situation can drain you, and we need to get to our prime in our life and still be healthy and normal, and not having our kidneys eating us alive. Yeah, seek outside help, therapy, and counseling. If you're struggling to deal with the situation alone, consider seeking out from a counselor or therapist. They may provide guidance on how to set boundaries, communicate effectively, and assess the dynamics of your relationship in a neutral, supportive environment. Ultimately, maintain a relationship with someone who is an energy vampire can be challenging, but with clear communications and boundaries and a focus on self care, it is possible to improve the dynamics. If the relationship doesn't change, however, it is important to consider whether it is your best interest to continue in this kind of relationship. Yeah. So for my lovely people, especially my ladies, and I wish us all the best in our future endeavors. Being in a relationship is never not an easy task, but at the same time, it should be with someone who holds our interest to the highest, and vice versa. And in the same time, we need to not try not to be the vampire ourselves. So I have a topic that I want to talk about, and it's for especially for women in the African from the African diaspora, from the Caribbean mostly. What countries are the best to date, especially if you're looking to date someone outside of your country? Which country is the best place to date, to raise a family, and if worst thing possibly comes, you have a children, where not to feel stuck. These are some of the things I want to discuss in your next discussion. At the same time, love, peace, and respect. And please subscribe. Please. All the newcomers, all the new persons watching. I see that people are watching, but you're not subscribing. You just watch and you don't subscribe. Please subscribe and like and comment. Help me grow my channel. Help me to build something that you find worthy to watch. Let me know what topics you want to talk about. Let me know what you agree with or disagree with. Help us grow a channel and see where we need it to go, okay? And please love, like, subscribe, and see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.